it's interesting. We mapped out this megaphone this morning, and I got to say, man, it looks like it was spot on. Hats off to Thomas. He's getting better and better at his craft. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So if anything, I think the order you go is one. How did I do that? Can't even remember. In actual fact, maybe if we're using this, because we'd go maybe. Not quite sure how I do this. I would have thought that we would have gone, but I guess we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. So if that's the case, then right. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy. 5. Something like that. Tough one. I had mapped out actually a gold megaphone that looks a lot like this as well. I mean, I don't know what these yahoos are going to be doing in Eastern Europe, but it looks to me like, boy, there's some serious volatility that's about to come into the market. So if it, like it was really cool in the day trader room, we had mapped out this really cool level right here. And I think it set up a short-term trade. Candle body highs for trade location. Reload zone 78.6. It's interesting how much heat there was to take on this, but then we worked our way all the way down here. As you can see, we also had this ABCD working, and we were conjecturing that we needed a tag up here. So in a weird sort of way, this actually, originally we had this drawn up as a bot. So there was the bot entry. It was uglier than hell. And this is a really good analogy of the current market state. Just an ugly, ugly market for hunting price patterns. Keep in mind, this is a 3-minute. It was just straight down, straight up. So it wasn't even really like there was a trade here. It was just sort of trying to figure out what the hell they were going to do. And at this point, we're sort of up, okay, are we going to get a, 1 low, 2 lows, 3 lows, give us some way to get in here? But no, they totally froze me out here. But really good education. And then also, too, what we're doing of late is juxtaposing the DOM data and seeing the market move towards size, trying to understand iceberg orders. And actually, at this point, we were kind of like, you know what? This market looks like it wants to go higher. So it turns out there was a pullback here, but ultimately, indeed, I think our read was generally correct. And we actually had like a couple megaphones working. And interesting, at this apex here, notice basically that ABCD level. Oh, gee whiz, there's nice head and shoulders comes in. And often at these megaphone levels, that's exactly what the sort of end of the megaphone looks like, is a big honking market structure top. So I think, if you, and I've encouraged Thomas, and I would encourage everybody, we need to record the DOM and then go back and watch how this chart plays out with the DOM data. It's excellent learning material, and it helps you get better and better and better and just build your edge. And I think there was a really good little short trade setup right there, and actually it looks like it's just working away right now. And I suppose if I was thinking about downside targets off of here, I'd probably be thinking about things like 50% rolls. So that's down in this area. And if we think about megaphones, I don't know whether that's 1, that's 2, maybe 3's over here. That would align nicely with that. And then, of course, if this thing really pukes out, basically we got to come all the way down here. So actually, I really don't mind that short setup there. But how awkward is that, eh? Trading higher highs to megaphone. We're kind of out in the middle of no man's land here. very awkward levels, very difficult trade. Probably quite doable if you have your trading plan all up and running and you know what you're looking for, right? And you might say, well, okay, well, that Beamish guy says, show me an M on the other side of this trend line, and I take it. And you're just working your orders here. Honestly, I don't have no idea how this is going to turn out. Half the time I never do. It's just a setup is a setup is a setup. Crude oil here this morning. This was interesting because I was very interested in hunting a long setup through here, but I just couldn't get any entry. So, as we had sort of said earlier, I actually got the impression that the crude oil inventory data was relatively bullish. Did notice that we came down, we tagged basically settlement here, and actually, I don't know whether, no, here we are at settlement, I beg your pardon. But it was interesting how we came back down and tagged the move stop to scratch level. And that also happened to be a really nice Wyckoff check off of this double bottom level. So, wow, what a cool level. I suppose you could argue that there was a reload zone against that low, but that would have been kind of tricky. Did notice there was this really cool trend line, and actually I think I have this off a higher time frame. All right, said this crude, man, what a triangle. But this potential trend line, boom, 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 I think that's actually what the floor was this morning. And then we also have the midpoint of this channel. The dotted line is the midpoint. So notice how we're just basically banging back and forth between both the midpoint, or this downtrend line was today's low, and we're sitting right now at the uptrend line of this potential market structure trend line. So, holy relevance. I couldn't believe that when I saw that. I mean, ironically enough, from a higher time frame perspective, there's not really a hell of a lot to do here. We're just sitting at a gap, and we're sitting at trend line resistance. We're sitting right in the middle of the triangle. But I did, this morning I was kind of like, gee whiz, I sure like the look of that. But man, there was just no way for me to get in. And I was actually hunting a bot off of that, but it just made lower low, went beyond 66. So I was frozen out. I suppose we could have done something like a reload zone. Maybe hunt something in there. There's a nice little inside bar there. I know that. I was actually really impressed with the boys this morning, like Paul, for instance. Actually, notice, look at that. What a beautiful Q reversal signal there. But he was saying that he was hunting long setups off of this Ethereum, off of Binance. So I don't know whether it would look the same here. But I do get the impression 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Did we actually finish this megaphone? I think it looks slightly different. Over here on this cash market. Oh, come on, you. I hate when it does that. There's a bit of green here, so that's encouraging. This is Trex, and who cares about Trex? There we are. So there's Stamp, a little better. Yeah, so I drawn this out. I got the impression that we were at a megaphone level there this morning on the Ethereum. So same sort of thing, right? If we go, I don't know, do I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 over here? Maybe. We'll see. I don't know whether I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll have fun with that over the next 6 months or so. I'm going to be playing with drawing more and more megaphones. It's kind of a fun. And I say, for whatever it's worth, in this market state, oh my God, I see these goddamn megaphones everywhere. It's just sickening. So, something like this, awfully tough to take. But my suggestion for you is when you get to a megaphone level, just really start hunting price structure at that point. Get a nice little div, nice little indicators, Davos, those kind of signals. All right, awesome. Rock and roll. Otherwise, just be really careful with these megaphones.